welcome to Wellington Dukes basketball. This is Mark Baker along with Tim Allhouse bringing you tonight's action featuring the Wellington Dukes hosting the Firelands Falcons. Tim had an exciting JV game. Firelands a 40-38 winner, stopping the Duke JV win streak at 2 games. And expecting a good game tonight from these 2 top contenders in the LCC.
The JV team had a late spurt, just couldn't get over the hump to put a win in the column.
Firelands being introduced tonight, Mike Collier, Anthony Alsop, a 5'11 junior, wearing number 12. Jason Sapienza, 6'4 senior, he'll be wearing 44. Josh Tansey, number 30, is a 6'2 senior. And rounding out the starting 5 is Nick Thornsberry, number 24. He's a senior. Falcons are coached by Mike Horn. They come in tonight with a 4-2 record and a 3-1 record in conference play. A starting lineup for the Dukes tonight. Wellington comes in tonight with a 3-3 record overall and 2-2 in conference play. That's number 24, Troy Mills, a sophomore. Tim Gallion getting a start tonight in place of Scott Boozer. Not sure why, but Boozer apparently not injured. Just the coach's decision, and Gallion getting the start. Mike Mullins, number 22, he's a junior. Chris Edwards, number 20, a senior guard, and rounding out the starting 5 will be Brian Wheeler, number 32.
Mark, it'll be interesting to see if Tim Gallion can pick up some of the scoring lost by Boozer. We don't know, maybe Boozer will be into the game, but as it starts with Gallion in there, see if he can work the game inside a little bit. Boozer, the high leading scorer on the team, like you said, we don't know if he's out for a coaching reason or possibly sick on the sidelines.
Well, Tim Gallion has played sparingly, but when he has played, Tim, he's done a good job. Kind of a bull in a china shop attitude out there for Tim. A lot of rebounds and has to do the scoring from the inside and plays good aggressive defense. So we'll see what happens, and about ready for tip-off to start off tonight's game. I'd like to welcome you. This is a double area game, Firelands Wellington.
It'll be Gallion and Sapienza jumping at center. Cool.
Dukes in the all-white, Firelands with the red trimmed with white. And tip controlled by Firelands. Thornsberry, long 3 to start the game, misses it and rebounded and lost by Mills. Picked up by Thornsberry, shoots it again, misses. Up and in, and a foul.
Foul on Mullins that time, coming over the back.
Tansey with the rebound, and he'll go to the line looking for a 3-point play of 7:47 to go in the first quarter. Firelands on top, 2-0.
Starting off, the Duke's not doing a good job of boxing out whatsoever, Mark.
Tansey completes the 3-point play, and the Falcons lead 3-0. Just underway. Mills in the backcourt, beats pressure, goes down the lane and puts it in.
Mills, excellent ball control that time. Got to take it right at him.
Troy Mills, only a sophomore. He's the guy that Jerry Camp wants to handle the ball in pressure situations. Firelands back down court. Alsop kicks it out to Collier, long 3, and he hits it.
Collier's going to be the man they have to stop tonight. Good ball handler, also can shoot from the outside.
And then get a blocking foul on Alsop. You know, Collier with 12 steals last week and then followed it up, but that was a school record, and then did one better the next game with 13, so keep an eye on him tonight. Dukes have to take care of the ball. Down early 6-2 with 7:05 to go. Wheeler over to Mullins and working the ball around the man-to-man defense. Gallion trying for position inside. Good tight defense. Wheeler gets a shot up baseline and in.
Mills showing a real good effort there by not forcing the ball inside until it opened up.
Cuts the lead to 6-4 Firelands. 6:26 to go. Collier gets over to Alsop. Inside and knocked away by Wheeler. Ahead of the pack, puts it up and in.
Wheeler with the steal and coast to coast.
And the Dukes have tied it up. Thornsberry being guarded by Wheeler. Inside to Thornsberry, nice move and short. Wheeler fights for the rebound. And Edwards loses it. There's one steal by Collier, and Collier compounds it with a foul. But Tim already, Collier with a steal, and that looked a little bit too easy.
It's a good thing Mills was back that time. Edwards gave up the steal there, but then he just kind of stood there watching Collier go for the layup. Collier missed the layup, and luckily Mills was hustling back to get the bound and also draw the foul.
And credit Brian Wheeler hustling down there for the rebound, got it out to Chris Edwards before the steal. So Duke's rebounding is going to be a problem all year, so they have to fight a little bit harder in the opposition. Mullins to Wheeler. Mills gonna pop the three. No good, and rebounded by Collier. Tansey short. Ball knocked around and picked up by Sapienza.
Collier with a tough shot that time.
And Collier ended up on the seat of his pants, but nailed his second triple of the night, and Falcons back on top 9-6 with 5 minutes to go. Edwards in a drive, but we have a whistle and maybe a 3-second violation.
I think he called a foul on Mills. Yeah.
And there's a foul on Troy Mills, his first. Thornsberry inbounds to Collier, being pressured in the backcourt. Up to Thornsberry, Tansey, Alsop. They move it around pretty good. Good at 3 seconds on Thornsberry, and turnover goes back to Wellington.
Looks like the Dukes have come out in a full court pressure man, but picking it up at half court, trying to trap Collier, especially when he gets to about half court.
Dukes trail 9-6, 4:31 to go in the first quarter of play. Mullins wide open. He's going to pop the three off the front of the iron and rebounded by Wheeler. Edwards underneath, fakes, doesn't get it, and there's going to be a foul on Wheeler on the rebound.
You like to see those buckets go in, Mark. Gallion with the rebound, and then a quick flip back to Edwards.
Wheeler picks up his first foul. It's a third team foul. And Firelands brings it into the front court. Thornsberry drives the lane. Gallion to the ground. And Sapienza at the hoop. It's 11-6. Mills to Wheeler. Looked like he might have get away with carrying the ball. Mullins hard to the hoop, missed it. Rebound knocked around, and Firelands possession. Edwards tried to save it, but couldn't.
Looks like maybe a little bit of a wet floor over there by the shoes. And fans in the first row.
Good crowd tonight, and boy, they were really pumping you for those 50-50 raffle tickets when you walked in. Keith Wacker checking into the game for the Dukes. Brian Wheeler take a break. Ball's thrown away, picked up by Gallion. Mills has it, tried to go inside, now backs out. Mullins wide open for three, got it.
Watching Gallion inside a little bit, he's got to get a little bit more movement back and forth in that key.
Falcons on top 11-9, 3:24 to go. Alsop drives the lane and lays it in with the left hand.
You know, Mills pressuring out front. They're going to have to, somebody's going to have to step up.
Wacker gets it to Mullins. He's left open again. Partially deflected and picked up by Sapienza. And long down court, man wide open. And missing the layup is Thornsberry. Mills has it and overthrows Edwards for the turnover. Second Wellington turnover. 2:52 to go, 13-9 Firelands. Adam Engel, number 14, checks into the game. He's a 5'11" junior, and Wheeler back into the game for the Dukes. Give Tim Gallion a break, and Scott Boozer, West Chapel, both on the bench.
You know, we started out tonight expecting to see those two guys as in the starting lineup.
Well, you know, a lot can happen in practice, so. Alsop gets it over to Collier, way out for a three, and misses it. Wacker fights for the rebound and pays off. The Dukes get possession. And Collier with almost an NBA three on that attempt.
Well beyond the high school three-point line.
He's not shy, that's for sure. One of the more exciting players in the county.
Didn't take him long to make up his mind either.
Deflects that ball out of bounds. Wellington retains possession. Dukes trail by 4, 13-9, 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Wacker thought about his shot. He gets it back out to Mills. Wheeler drives baseline, short jumper, up short, and a foul on Edwards. 14 foul on the Dukes.
West Chapel checking into the game.
Engel to inbounds under the Wellington basket. This is to Collier. Nice bounce pass and a travel. One too many steps for Sapienza.
Excellent pass that time by Collier. Thread the needle. Nice bounce pass. Led him just right, but Sapienza couldn't get his feet set and took the extra step.
Mills gets the ball to Mullins. Now over to Wheeler on the left wing.
You know, Dukes with a short, the small lineup in there, not right now.
And well, I tell you, got to work for a better shot than that. Mills out of control, went up for it. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and Firelands will take over. Well, could have got away with a walk there, and Tansey misses. Wheeler with the rebound. Wheeler gonna put the three up. No, long rebound picked off by Wacker. In the corner to Chapel. Mills, nice drive, gets it in. Troy Mills brings the Dukes within two, and then the ball is knocked away. Wheeler hustling, picks it up. And we have a foul against the Falcons. Edwards to check back in for the Dukes, along with Gallion. Sapienza picks up his first foul. 59 seconds to go. The Dukes trail by 2, 13-11. And B.J. Solomon, 6'7" center. He's a senior. Checks in for his first action. Wheeler drives, gets to Gallion, back out to Chappell, puts it up, short. Solomon had it. Now Collier head of the pack. Crossover, puts it in. Collier with 8 in the quarter, and the Falcons lead by 4, 15-11. Edwards in trouble, and near steal by Collier.
Collier's had a couple there. He said he had the big games in steals.
Well, 23 steals in 2 games is more than some teams get the whole year. Edwards the top of the key. Chappell. Now we're down to 15 seconds. Edwards 15-footer up, no. Rebound, Collier. 7 seconds left. Now Collier sees the clock. He's gonna put one up way out, off the rim, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter play. The Firelands Falcons lead the Wellington Dukes 15-11.
In the Dukes 11, I kind of expect to see Firelands pressure the Dukes a little bit more coming down the floor, but pretty much been not picking them up till half court. But also the Dukes not going much to the inside, where we see a lot with Boozer. When Boozer's in the game, kind of opens it up a little bit, and they have Mullins going inside a lot. Coming back out for the second quarter, Gallion's going to sit back down.
Well, Boozer has moved closer to the scores table. He's sitting right next to Coach Jerry Camp. So.
That's always a good sign.
And Collier led all scores with 8 points in the first quarter, and Wheeler and Troy Mills with 4 points apiece for the Dukes. We start the second quarter. Edwards in trouble. Mills has it, going to drive all the way to the basket. And a blocking foul, I think, on Adam Engel, number 14. And that's who it's on. Solomon with the block, but after the foul. 14 foul, Dukes inbounds under their own basket. Trail 15-11, just underway in the second quarter. Wheeler, no good. Rebound Wheeler.
Wacker with the 3.
2-pointer.
Must have just been on the line.
Wide open underneath his Tansy, off the glass and in. Falcons back on top, 17-13. The scoreboard says 14, but should be 13. There we go. Mills gonna pop the 3. Got it. I'll tell you, Tim, Wellington not shy shooting that 3 is evident the last week against Clearview. If the second half got out of the game plan and lost a tough game to the fake. Nice move, puts it up, no good, and he's gonna be whistled for the foul over the back.
That time he was actually going over Troy Mills at 5'10". They have him listed. I think he's more like 5'8" or so. But
and Boozer checks into the game.
Big roar from the crowd.
Section down in the quarter. And I'll tell you what, Dukes have to feel fortunate down by just a point with Boozer setting out the first quarter and the first minute or so of the second quarter. He sees the ball. Nice pass to Mullins, and Mullins is fouled by, a travel instead. Turnover gives the ball back to the Falcons.
Be interesting to see how Boozer does coming off the bench. When you're used to starting, you're warmed up, ready. When you start the game after sitting on the bench for a little over a quarter, you sometimes cool down.
Solomon in the corner. Shots missed by Sapienza, rebounded by Wacker. Now stolen by Collier, and he lays it in. Collier with 10, and Firelands up by 3, 19-16. Boozer thought about the 3 and was whistled for traveling.
It's 3 turnovers and 3 times down the floor, Mark. Dukes are going to have to get away from that if they want to stay close.
Thornsbury inbounds to Collier, working against West Chapel in the backcourt. Engel tries to get it inside, knocked away by Boozer. Mills is tripped. Well, that time they got the trip, Tim. Last time they called the travel. Sapienza with the foul, his second 16 foul. I think Mike Horn has to think about possibly getting Sapienza out of the game with 2 fouls early in the second quarter, but no movement yet. The Dukes inbounds. Chapel looking to Boozer. Triple team. Now they back off. Strong move inside, short. Rebounded by Solomon. Collier drives the lane, dishes it off.
Whistle and
Chapel and Sapienza for the foul. I don't know what he called, Tim. If that's Sapienza, that's his third.
I think they got the foul on Sapienza.
That is his third foul. Now they're going to have to take him out of the game. 5:19 to go in the second quarter.
And puts the Dukes in the bonus situation also. So it'll be Chapel going to line for 1-on-1.
Shooting 1 in the bonus for the Dukes, West Chapel.
They must have got Sapienza for a push down there.
And Jed Matcham tonight taking over for Dan Dickinson, the normal, we could call him normal voice of the Dukes. I know Dan will be happy to hear that. Wellington has not been a good free throw shooting team so far this season. Chapel hits the front end of the bonus.
He needs to hit this one to bring him within a point.
And West Chapel with 2 points. Dukes trail by a point, 19-18. Alsop. And Thornsbury had trouble. Now he recovers, gets it inside to Tansey. Banks it up, no good. Solomon fighting hard in there, 2 rebounds. Hooks it up third time. And a jump ball. Well, give Solomon some credit, Tim. He's taller than everybody there, but he was fighting for
the
every
bounds.
shot that he got. So
Maybe he was just trying to pad his stats there a little bit on the rebounding.
Wide open as Alsop puts up the 3, no good, and Mullins with the board for the Dukes. Long pass to Edwards, tip. Dukes can take the lead. Wacker thought about a 3. Mullins gonna put it up, got it. Mike Mullins with a 3, and the Dukes take the 2-point lead, 21-19. Tansey knocked away, and Wacker ties him up. Dukes possession. Wheeler and Collier checking into the game, as is Mills. Chapel takes a seat, and I think Wacker got Mullins, Mills, Boozer, Wheeler, and Edwards on the court for the Dukes.
You know, Wacker out there not doing a lot of things spectacular, but he just not making mistakes either. You know, he just seems to be around the ball and doesn't throw it away, puts up the good shots when they're open.
Boozer drives baseline. Nice feed, but I think we have a push. Firelands chalking up the fouls. Boozer goes to the line first.
You know, Boozer gets the ball. They're dropping 2 guys on him right away, so he's got to look for that feed like he did right there, but they got the foul just before he dropped off the on the assist.
Boozer scoreless on the evening, set out the first quarter. Free throw no good. Knocked away out front. Picked up by Collier. Just inside 4 minutes to go. Alsop. Solomon way out high. Thornsbury guarded by Mills, looking for Collier, gets it to him, goes into the lane, nice move.
I think they're going to have to deny Collier the ball. A little bit better than what they're doing. That time, Chris Edwards seemed to have good position, but just got the bounce pass in between him and
Collier with 12. Tied up at 21. Boozer drives, puts it up, and off the glass hard, picked off by Solomon. Oh, there's a walk. Collier thought about it. Might have been best off to at least try and force the pass rather than take the travel, with the Dukes take over on the turnover.
just travel.
Boozer going to put up a three. Got it. Well, Scott Boozer can hit those. Had 30 points against Buckeye Saturday night. Dukes take the three-point lead, 24-21. Thornsbury, nice pump fake, goes baseline, throws a shot up, no good. Boozer with the rebound. Edwards being guarded by Collier. Boozer way out. Missed it. Edwards with the rebound. The Wellington guard's not afraid to go after that rebound. Wheeler for three. No good. And we have a shove, I think, on 12, Alsop. Underneath.
That time Edwards had position, and Alsop just gave him a little shove to get him a little bit better position underneath the basket.
Team foul number 9, one more, and the Dukes will shoot two. 2:19 to go. Edwards at the line, shooting the bonus.
Duke still only at 4 team fouls.
You need to hit those free throws. Chris had trouble and misses that one. Boozer tips it out. Mullins puts it back in. Dukes with a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the night, 26-21. Collier goes into the lane and he is fouled, only the 5th team foul.
You know, that time down the court, Mark, they got to stop Collier out a little bit farther. He got clear into the key before they were actually able to stop his momentum. They're going to let him drive down the middle. He's going to be passing off, or he's going to break through and score the easy layup.
And right now, Tim, he's the guy that really is ignites this Firelands offense, obviously. He's got 12 points, but the Falcons with only 6 points this quarter. And Collier with 4. And a ball thrown away. Chappell pulled the hand back, and a turnover against the Falcons. Chris Edwards brings the ball into the front court and throws it away. Picked up by Collier, gets it. And shot missed by Alsop. Rebounded by Collier. One more and the Falcons will be shooting. Alsop missed the easy layup at Collier for 3. No good. Rebound fought for, and Wellington ball. Firelands just 3 of 12 in the second quarter, Tim. The Dukes at 5 of 10.
You know, except for Solomon inside, they haven't been getting that good a shot. They have missed a couple layups, but most of their shots have been outside. The Dukes playing pretty good defense. Kind of in a zone drop back into man-to-man.
And a foul whistled inside. Boozer looked to be passing the ball, but it doesn't matter. With 10 team fouls, they'll go to the line shooting 2.
It looks like foul on Thornsbury.
Thornsberry with the foul, his first.
Coming up for the Dukes, Scott Boozer.
1:27 to play. Wellington with a 5-point lead. Boozer a chance for two. Hits the first one, gives him a 6-point lead. Boozer's 4th point of the quarter. Missed it, but Mullins with the rebound. Puts it back up and in.
Mullins, a nice job on that rebound and then the putback.
That's the second time off a missed free throw that Mullins has been there. Good position. Ball stolen away. And travel. Turns the ball back over to the Falcons. They trail 29-21 with 1:11 to go in the first half. And Keith Wacker checking in for Wheeler. Wheels sets down scoreless. Collier behind the back. Ball kick.
Nice play by Mullins, though, knocking the ball away.
Being a soccer fan, I think he ought to be able to kick the ball.
No, I think you're right. I said, Wheeler's got 4 points. Thornsberry, long three, no good. Rebound by Mullins. Mullins pulls up, short jumper inside, rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound by Tansey. Down to 40 seconds to go. And a defensive battle tonight, kind of surprising. And Collier, bad pass by Alsop, and the Falcons turn it over for the 6th time in the quarter.
A couple of players losing their footing anytime you get along that sideline where the fans have been coming in from the snow and outside melts, and on this floor, it's just they won't be able to keep their footing at all.
Dukes with an 8-point lead, looking for possibly the last shot of the half, down to 22 seconds. Edwards out top. Some pressure by Alsop, but not enough to warrant a call. And Collier, they whistled that one from across the court while the nearest referee biting on the whistle, not doing anything.
It's Collier's second.
Chris Edwards for the Dukes, shoots two.
Edwards will shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 at the stripe tonight. Dukes 3 for 6 at the line, all in the second quarter.
Chris still having his problems at the foul line.
He splits the pair. Dukes with a 9-point lead, down to 10 seconds to go. Collier out of the game, Tim. Be interesting to see who takes the last shot for the Falcons. Ball being passed around. Thornsberry deflected by Wacker at the buzzer. And the Dukes go to the locker room with a 30-21 halftime lead over the Firelands Falcons.
They've done it mostly with good defense, Mark. Not playing all that great on offense, but their defense has been excellent so far. They've given up a few easy shots, but overall their defense has done a real good job of keeping the ball. When Collier does get it, he's well outside. They're not letting him drive to the bucket. And now with 2 fouls, whoever he's guarding, they need to take the ball, go to the hoop with it, try and draw that 3rd foul early in the second half and get him out of the game right away.
Duke's pressure obviously bothering the Falcons. 3 for 14 shooting in the second quarter, Tim, and 6 turnovers. And I'm sure Mike Horn's not happy with that. Well, I'll tell you, are we going to take a little break here?
Actually, I got the rebounding stats, Mark, even at 13 apiece for the Dukes. Brian Wheeler with 3 bounds, and they've pretty much spread it around all the way around. Wacker with 2, Edwards with 2, Mullins with 2, and Boozer with 2.
Well, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be back with some statistics and individual scoring when we come back, so don't go away. Mullins leads the Dukes with 10 points. Troy Mills with 7. Brian Wheeler and Scott Boozer with 4 points apiece. Keith Wacker with 2. Wes Chappell with 2. And Chris Edwards with a point. Totals 30 points for the Dukes. Firelands led by Mike Collier with 12 points. Josh Tansey with 5 points. Jason Sapienza with 2. And Anthony Alsop with the other 2 points. Firelands just 9 of 26 in the first half, Tim, from the field. The Dukes 11 of 28, so neither team really lighting it up. Wellington 4 of 8 from the foul line. Firelands 1 for 1. 11 turnovers for the Falcons, 6 for the Dukes, and both teams with 13 rebounds. Maybe you can throw those rebounding leaders in here as we get started.
Leading rebounder for Wellington was Brian Wheeler, and Solomon being the leading rebounder for Firelands, of course, getting 3 on one series there.
Long 3-point try by Alsop to start the third quarter. And ball batted on. The Falcons will retain possession underneath their own basket. 30-21, Dukes on top. Alsop again fires it no good. Rebounded underneath and back up and in by Thornsberry.
Set him up here, Travis.
Cuts the Duke lead to 7. Boozer down inside the blocks. Inside, up, and in. Boozer was 6, and the Dukes back on top by 9 with 7:13 to go. Solomon. Collier, top of the key, long range 3.
You got to get in his face on those.
15 for Collier. Cuts the Dukes lead to 6.
Traveling called on Wheeler.
So Firelands back in possession, down by 6. Solomon back out to Alsop, pump fakes. Now back to Solomon. Working it around. Long 3 by Collier again, off the mark, rebound. And a foul on Tansey.
Falcon foul number 30, Josh Tansey, his first team foul of the second half.
Falcons were in some serious foul trouble in the first half, Tim. Dukes were shooting 10 after the 10th foul, the 2 shot fouls. Wellington only 4 of 8 from the stripe. Boozer double team, ball knocked away. Mills picks it up, loses it to Collier. Thornsberry all the way, puts it up and in. It's a 4-point Wellington lead, 32-28 with 6:02 to play. Boozer, shot no good, rebound, tip to Thornsberry. Thornsberry in the lane. He's got 6 points in the quarter and 6 points in the game. It's a 2-point game. Mullins drives, puts it up, and there's a foul on the drive.
Firelands foul number 30, Josh Tansey, his second.
Tansey picks up his second foul of the quarter.
Right now averaging about a foul a minute in the second half.
Edwards inbounds underneath, gets it out to Mills. And to Boozer. To Wheeler, set shot for three, got it.
They're collapsing on Boozer. He's trying to put the ball on the floor. He's got to keep it up and get it dished out right away.
And a Thornsberry long three, no good. Edwards trying to hustle for it. Jump ball. Collier better relax. The referee did not like the way he threw the ball back down at Edwards on the floor, so.
Firelands cannot afford to lose Collier out of this game.
You know, when Brian Wheeler gets a chance to set his feet up, he's as good a three-point shooter as you got, but a lot of times they don't give him that opportunity. And travel with the ball. Third turnover for the Dukes in the quarter.
Dukes seem to be trying to force it a little bit here. Starts the second half. You know, they're doing well shooting a three from the outside. They need to move it around the perimeter a little bit and look for that open shot if possible.
Tansey in trouble, gets it off to Thornsberry. Nice pass inside, and Alsop loses it but picks it up. Solomon, I don't want him out on top. He's 6'7".
Well, the Dukes may want him out there, but I don't think Firelands does.
Collier, spin move. Long three, no good. Rebound knocked around, and Edwards picks it up. Long pass downfield, and Mullins goes with the glass and lays it in. Dukes on top, 37-30. Mike Mullins, 12 points. Mills had no option but to foul Solomon underneath. That's your classic mismatch, I think, Tim. 6'7" for Solomon, and Troy Mills at 5'10".
They got Troy Mills at 5'10", but I think that's pushing it.
And I'll tell you what, that is not called a shooting foul.
No, I think he actually got him before Solomon went with the fake, and why I don't know. I think he could have probably stood there and got the ball up above Mills, but
long three by Alsop. So some of the other Falcons are picking up the scoring with Collier. Inside to Boozer, he's triple team, goes up strong, and he's short, rebounded by Tansey. Tansey wide open on the wing, puts up the 15-footer air ball. Wheeler, another rebound for Brian Wheeler. Boozer gonna pop the three, short. Alsop with the rebound, gets it out to Collier on the drive, going all the way, puts it up. Boozer, goaltending. And the Falcons are within two, 3:22 to go.
Time I think Boozer was going for the block, but actually got up too quick and got his hand into the net. I don't think he was actually trying to go into the net, but that's where it ended up. It looked like he tried to slap at the ball, but he caught in the net itself.
Well, credit Collier with a nice aggressive drive, and now Gallion in the game for the Dukes, wide open underneath. It's the ball on the ground, goes up, and it's a jump ball. Turnover. Falcons take over. Keith Wacker.
$104. Your winning number tonight, 779-499.
Missed it by 2 tickets.
I missed it by 10.
Collier on the long pass, goes up and lays it in.
Had to be someone right in after us. And the game knotted at 37 now.
And there's some contact.
Collier with a steal.
Thornsberry had trouble. Now Collier takes it. Spin move into the lane. Dipsy-do. No good. Rebound by Sapienza. Does not go in, but a foul.
Coach Camp looking to get Mills and Boozer back into the game.
Again, Tim, I was thinking possibly shooting foul. Looked like a foul on the tip, but Engel takes it out. Collier over to Thornsberry. Pump fake by Alsop, puts it in, and Firelands takes the lead. Mills all the way, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Mullins underneath. He's hammered.
Falcons foul on Adam Engel, his second. 13 foul of the half.
Just a third team foul on Firelands. Dukes take it out. Edwards under the basket, trailing by 2. A foul inside against Firelands. Alsop with his third foul. 14 foul. Dukes again underneath their own basket with Edwards pulling the trigger. Whacker to Boozer. Into the lane. 12-footer up and in. Full court pressure being applied by Edwards. Thornsberry over the timeline, being guarded by Boozer. Engel gets it off. And a 3 by Alsop.
Alsop with a hot hand now.
He's got 8 in the quarter. Falcons on top by 3, 42-39. Bounce pass to Edwards. Oh, and that one almost took Mullins' head off there.
That was a touch pass from Mullins, from Mills to Mullins to Boozer.
Mills, good hustle.
The crowd not happy with that call.
And that's Alsop, that's his 4th.
You know, Mills actually stepped in that time and had the ball.
Well, I'll tell you, Tim, you had both ends of the spectrum there. You had Boozer standing there watching the ball being picked up by the Falcons in the corner, and then you had Mills, an all-out hustle play, earning the possession back for the Dukes, and a big foul called on Alsop, his 4th. Boozer, up, no good. Gets the rebound. Back up and in. A foul. Got hit in the face, I think.
Boozer with the shot, the rebound, and then the shot back up and in and a foul.
four on Sapienza now.
Falcons getting in foul trouble early here.
Rattles the rim, and a buzzer went off, inadvertent buzzer, and Falcons partisan crowd not happy with that.
And now they can make the switch. Which I would think if I'm Jerry Camp, I don't like that at all, because gives them a chance to get Sapienza out of the game. You know, when they could have.
Well, there's 2 tickets after me, so.
I'm trying to think who walked in after
If I
you.
would have been such a cheapskate and spent $5, I'd have won it all. Collier working on Edwards. Over to Tansey. Now he's going to unload it. Ball blocked and picked off by Mullins. That's Reardon. And Wacker shot is blocked. Look at Collier on the drive. No good. Chappell with the rebound. He gets it off to a wide open Mullins for 3. No, and rebound comes to Chappell. Nice pass inside to Edwards. Too hard. Corey Reardon being pressed into some minutes. We're down to 5 seconds to go. Collier goes, no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. The Firelands Falcons have regained the lead, 42-41 over the Wellington Dukes.
Well, I said earlier, Mark, I expected Firelands to come out with some pressure, and they did there in the third quarter, and it paid dividends for them as they jump back into the lead. I think what the Dukes have to do now is realize that Firelands is bringing 4 people up to half court. They got to have something open long. They're putting it, looks to be a similar to a 1-2-1-1 half-court press, and they're pressing them up here, but that guy back in the middle is also edging up. They got to look for the long pass.
And Robin Schoonover won the 50-50. She's out there hawking those sweatshirts that she picks off to 50-50.
There you go.
And they say Sports Connection's rigged. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you, Firelands 9 for 19 in the quarter. Scored 21 points in the third quarter, had 21 points at halftime, so they double that output.
They got
Duke's just 5 of 12 in the quarter.
They got a lot of those scores off of fast breaks too.
Okay, we're down to the fourth quarter of action, just about underway. 8 minutes to play in regulation.
There's some discussion over at the scores table about one of the players coming back into the game. Okay, Alsop back in the game.
Alsop had 8 points in that quarter. And the Dukes inbounds at midcourt to start the fourth quarter, trailing by a point, 42-41. This one's everything we thought it'd be. Close game. Falcons go to the 2-3 zone. Ball deflected. Boozer cross court. Dangerous pass. Wacker for 3. Got it. Keith's a streak shooter, Tim. If he gets that first one to drop and they go to him, he could put them in.
I think the Dukes have to keep doing what they did that time right down the floor, and that's just trapping Collier Once the ball gets away from him, they have to, he passes off, they have to kind of deny him the ball back.
Engel drives, no good. Boozer with the rebound. Wacker thought about it, now back on top to Mills. Nice pass inside. Mullins strong to the hoop and gets the foul from Tansey.
Firelands foul number 30, Josh Tansey, his third, team foul number 7.
Tansey picks up his third. They already have Engel and Sapienza with 4 fouls.
Mullins listed at 6'2" in the program here. He just plays tough inside. He has some nice moves.
And Brian Frazier giving his war cry right before that one goes in. Mullins possibly the best free throw shooter on the team. It was last year for the JVs. Missed it. Rebound, Boozer. Wacker being doubled up. Now it's out to Boozer. Boozer drives. Mullins wide open. Tried to get it to him. Wacker picks up the loose ball, throws it up, in and out. Rebounded by Thornsberry. Duke's on top by 3. Ball thrown away. Picked off by Mills. Drives the lane now, brings it back out. Boozer from the corner. No. Rebound, Wacker. Or Mullins back up and in.
Mullins with a little fake step there, got Collier to go by him and then took it up and put it in.
Timeout, Firelands, 6:04 to go. In the fourth quarter of play, the Dukes on top, 47-42.
Dukes in a bonus situation now, so any foul, they'll be going to the line for 1-on-1.
Mullins with 17 points, Tim. And I'll tell you what, like you said, 6'2", doesn't look to be 6'2", but he's got a lot of heart, and he really fights for that inside position against the taller opponent almost every night, day in and day out.
He's also
Camp very happy with his aggressive nature.
He's got 5 rebounds, and I tell you, he does have some nice moves inside. That time he had Collier in his face. He gave him a little pump fake. Collier went for it. He went by him, then took it right to the hole. He's going to do one of two things. He's either going to get the basket because he's got a nice touch in there. You don't see him throw the ball off the backboard hard a lot of times. He's got a nice touch. And then also, he fakes, goes up. He's not afraid to go at somebody. He doesn't hesitate up with his shot. He goes right with it, knows what he wants to do. And
well, a lot of times you can be intimidated, Solomon 6'7" out of the game, and Sapienza also 6'4" is out of the game. So Mullins can afford to be a little bit more aggressive inside. And the key to it is good position. Here's a long 3 try. No good. Rebounded by Solomon. Back up and in.
That time I'm not sure what happened, but looked like Mullins let him go right by. I think Mullins thought somebody else was, one of the other Duke players was in the key ready for that bound when it was Solomon that came by him.
47-44 Wellington with 5:31 to go. Inside Boozer. Strong baseline move blocked by Solomon.
Boozer not happy, wanted a foul called that time.
And up and in and a foul. Thornsberry, the chance to tie the game.
Boozer trying to force that one just a little bit too much down here that last time, I think.
Now the Dukes take a timeout after Firelands has rattled off 4 straight points. 5:20 to go. And Wellington on top by a point, 47-46. It's a big difference, isn't it there, Mike? Doing that football and basketball back and forth. Are you up for it tomorrow night? he's up for it for Fairview. And Fairview will be here, but by the time you read this, it'll be all over with. So
by the time they see this, Fairview will be 2 days ago.
that's right.
Nick Thornsberry goes to the line shooting 1.
Thornsberry at the line. He'll try to tie this one up at 47.
Just a note also, I believe it's grades 5 and 6 will be starting their Pee Wee basketball here at the high school next Saturday at 11:30 in the morning. There will be some type of notice sent home with the kids, I'm sure, but any kids out there interested in the Pee Wee basketball or Biddy Basketball League, show up here next Saturday at 11:30 in the morning.
Shot missed, rebounded by Solomon. In the corner. Alsop gets it off to Thornsberry, back up, no good. Rebounded inside again by Solomon, puts it up and in. Well, Solomon gives Firelands the lead 48-47, just under 5 minutes to go.
Firelands dropped back now out of that pressure defense that they had.
Wacker gets it off the Mullins baseline into Boozer. He drives, puts it up off glass and in. (49-48) Dukes with 4:26 to go. Full court pressure. Collier has it. Gets it off. Solomon puts it up. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Back up. No. Again, Firelands. And Boozer finally gets the carom. Boy, 3 shots at the basket for the Falcons. Sapienza and Solomon using that height. Boozer feeds it off inside. Mullins puts it up. Doesn't get the roll, but Boozer with the rebound. Back up and in.
Boozer with good position inside that time. Made the nice pass and got in position to make the rebound.
Dukes on top by 3 with 3:45 to go. Collier all the way and a foul on Edwards. Chris better be careful. Can't show too much emotion on that. Looked like a nice steal, but only the 4th team foul.
Skip Whitney over in the stands making the call, pushing off, but the referee didn't agree with him, so Dukes with 4 team fouls now. Chris Edwards sits down with 2 fouls.
Wacker also takes a seat. Wheeler and Mills back in. Collier being guarded by Chappell. Those two play a lot of 3-on-3 basketball together, Tim. So they know each other's game pretty well. Long 3 by Thornsberry. Ties it up, 3:25 to go. Inside Mullins. Chappell for 3, no good. Thornsberry with the rebound.
The shot goes up, the Dukes just seem to be standing. Nobody's crashing the boards.
Approaching a 3-minute mark. And ball thrown away. Taken by Chappell. And Collier with the foul. Chappell will go to the line shooting 1 and 1. 2:58 to go.
Firelands with the timeout.
Timeout, Firelands. Falcons timeout.
I'll tell you, Thornsberry and Alsop really hurting the Dukes with some 3-point shooting the second half.
They've really come on. You know, we saw Collier doing all the work, but now Thornsberry and Alsop.
And also B.J. Solomon with 4 points and at least 4 or 5 rebounds here in the 4th quarter.
He's just kind of taking over underneath. The Dukes aren't getting the position they need and boxing out. He's right there. He's not getting a bound every time, but he's tipping the ball around, tipping it to other players where they're getting 2 and 3 shots on each time down the floor.
We're all knotted up at 51 with 2:58 to go. The Dukes in the bonus for the remainder of the game. And with only 14 fouls, have a couple to give up before Firelands goes to the line. Chappell will shoot the 1-and-1. And it rolls around, no good, tipped out. Picked up by Alsop. And a 3-on-2 break. Collier all the way down the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, picking off
Solomon
by Solomon.
again. Yeah, that time 2 Dukes touched the ball, but it came off in Solomon's hands.
Alsop to Thornsberry on the top of the key. Solomon looking inside. Shot up and in by Alsop. (53-51) Firelands, 2:16 to go. Mills to Mullins, looking for help. Troy Mills for 3. Long off the iron, Solomon with the rebound. And now 2 minutes to go. The Falcons with a 2-point lead. Chappell on Collier. Dukes have to step up the defense. Solomon throws it underneath, and Alsop off glass and in. Boy, pretty shot by Alsop, and Falcons up by 4. Mullins drives a lane in. They have 2 different calls, Tim. They're going to call the charge on Mullins. Jerry Camp not happy with the call. He won't win that argument. The Falcons in control by 4 with 1:28 to go.
I think what they had that time was the call from the referee out front was charging, and the call from the referee underneath was a block, and the referee out front overruled. Ball to Firelands.
And everyone thought that to be a one-man gang with Collier. He has not scored here in the 4th quarter. And it's been Solomon and Alsop, along with Thornsberry, picking up the scoring for the Falcons.
Solomon's rebounding, Alsop and Thornsberry with the scoring.
1:28 to go. The Dukes have not scored since the 3:52 mark, and that's when Boozer on a rebound. So dry spell for Wellington. They've been outscored
beware now of
7-0 in that span. Thornsberry throws it, and it's knocked away by Mills, and he's hammered. That's the 5th foul on Sapienza. So a mistake by the Falcons.
Nice hustle by Mills that time, up with the tip and then coming down with the ball. Then drawing the 5th foul on Sapienza, and Sapienza will have to sit down.
19
Looks like
foul.
it'll be Corey
Mills.
Reardon replacing him. No, I'm sorry, it's Josh Tansey coming into the game.
Duke's just 1 of 3 in the 4th quarter free throw shooting. 1 of 4 in the half. And just 5 of 12 from the line tonight. Big free throw by Mills.
Generally one of their better free throw shooters. There he hits the front end.
55-52 Falcons with 1:19 to play. You got a pair.
They need to pressure Collier, get him to give up the ball.
Thornsberry being hounded by Boozer, gets it to Collier. Blocking foul on Edwards, that's a 6-team foul.
Edwards, his third team foul number 6.
1:09 to go.
They actually had 9 seconds before that foul because they were at 118 with the free throws.
Almost a 10-second call then. Thornsberry, Angle and Collier. Ball knocked away. Mills goes up, blocked from behind, a foul on Angle. Angle thought he got all ball, but the referee there with the foul call. And Mills.
Boozer was there for the follow-up, even if it was clean. But Mills going back to the line with a chance to tie it up.
He was just there moments ago and hit both ends of the bonus.
Also puts the Dukes in the bonus, so they'll be shooting 2 each foul.
Sophomore Troy Mills rolls it in.
Got the roll.
Dukes down by a point, 55-54. Second shot up and in. Here comes Collier. Alsop being guarded by Chappell. Doubled up, in trouble. Got it away to Thornsberry. 30 seconds left. Thornsberry being guarded by Boozer. 18 seconds.
I think Chris doing the right thing. You got to deny Collier the ball.
And a foul with 9 seconds to go.
They had 1 to give.
That'll be 1 and 1.
They did not have 1 to give, so that's their 17th foul, and also Troy Mills fouls out of the game.
Have a timeout, 9 seconds to go. We're tied 55-55. And no timeout called, Tim. Jerry Camp wanting to know what's going on over here. Well, what it was is Mills fouled out, and Firelands thought that maybe Dukes would take a timeout or take time to get a player in. Thornsberry at the line. Now some confusion at the scores table. Finally, Mullins checks in for Mills.
Jerry Camp being alert, not allowing Firelands to set up anything off of a miss or what they're going to do as far as setting up their defense, and now forcing them to take the timeout.
Dukes take a timeout, 9 seconds to go. Mills fouls out with 11 points. But 4 clutch free throws in the last minute 19 to tie the game up. Thornsberry missed his last attempt at the line, Tim, on the in a 3-point play with opportunity with 5:20 to go and missed the free throw. And overall, Firelands has not really shot a great deal of free throws tonight. The first half they had actually were 1 for 1. Did not shoot any in the third quarter, and have shot, this will be the third one tonight. They were 1 of 2 from the line. Purely unofficial, but
that's got to be real close. We haven't seen them there much. The Dukes only did not get into the bonus situation in the first half, and just now here with 9 seconds left into the bonus for the Falcons.
We got Mullins, Edwards, Wacker, Boozer, and Chappell in for Wellington. Tansey, Alsop, Thornsbury at the line, Collier, and Engel. 9 seconds, tied at 55. Thornsbury. Good. Second shot. Good. Inbounded. Boozer gets it down court. Wacker gonna pump a three up. No good. Chappell fights the rebound. Collier has it. And that's the ball game.